you're right, then you're in trouble deep. 'Cause I won't break, now I know I don't weep. And you're in trouble deep. I don't wanna hear no more. There are certain things I won't ignore. I really think you need to go before I kick you out the door. I don't wanna hear no more. There are certain things I won't ignore. I really think you need to go before I kick you out the door.
Hello, hello, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the one, the only, it's you. How you doing? This is me, Kev. This is the hobby corner. It's technically a corner. It's outside and I'm hobbying. So therefore it's the hobby corner, baby. So how is everyone? Welcome to the show. It's good to see you. Oh, we got so many beautiful people here. Let's have a look. Sorry I kept you waiting, but you know I've got to spam Facebook, and then I've got to make sure that the kids are asleep without, you know, getting a pillow over their heads, because apparently that's a not good thing to do and it's frowned upon, so you know. So, Rivets, how you doing? Normski, how you doing? Bread and cheesing me, are ya? Elster Nation, what? That's a rare treat. How you doing, dude? Robert, good to see you again. Pirate Queen Pickle, it is a pleasure. How'd you do? We have, who else we got? We got Richard Smith. What you doing, man? How you doing? And we got Philip. And we got Gary. And we got Blackhawk. Hey, we got everyone here. This is amazing. Pickle, how you doing? So, yeah, fancy seeing you here. So, yes, it is me. Ignore the laundry hanging out in the back. I was supposed to take it in, but, you know, I was running a bit late, so just ignore it. It's not even there. You won't see it in a minute, alright? And if you didn't notice it before, don't pay attention to it now. So, yeah. For all those who haven't seen this stream before, basically, since last Friday until this Friday evening, I am getting everything that I haven't finished in the Warhammer 40,000 Conquest magazines. Getting them all built, getting them all painted, and then hopefully it will be done by Friday night, and then I can enjoy Indomitus. And I'm hoping once we all chill and have a laugh with Elston and Pickle, building their Indomitus copies, I'm hoping to be live streaming afterwards, and if everything goes right, that is, and you can enjoy me for half the day, just cursing away in both awe and frustration as I bugger up building the stuff, even though most of it is easy to build kits. Yes. So I hope the sound is good. Let me know if you can still hear the music a little bit. I don't want it overwhelming. In my ear, it's bloody loud, so I have to turn it right down. But I'm hoping it's alright for you. I hope the picture is okay. Hopefully it won't lag too much. And we'll get to it. So, Monday night was going to be the last night that I finished building stuff, and I almost made it, but I still had the turret of this repulsor tank to do, and I ended up doing that on Tuesday night. And then I got all of these beauties shaded, minus these two bikes, the repulsor tank, and this beauty here, the Typhoon Landspeeder. So I'll be getting all of that shaded up, and then I'll start dry brushing the whole lot in blue again, because recess shading is a pain, and it's a lot faster just to do it like this. But it's not going to be just any ordinary dry brushing, it's going to be wet dry brushing. I'll show you how if you don't know. Oh, I also forgot the attack bike, which I have to spray right now. Also, once I get these up to a certain issue standard, which is I think issue 36 or 37, which is the last one that I did a Space Marine painting tutorial on, then I'll bring everything else out and we'll start painting the rest of the stuff at the same time. So at the moment I'm going to just get the blue done, then I'm going to get the main colours, so the reds, the silvers and the blacks blocked in, and then we'll see how we get on from there. So yes, what have we got here? So what is everyone working on at the moment, if you're working on anything, and how's your day been, what you been up to? Hey Kev, is that your mankini on the washing line? There is no mankini there, and me looking is just because I'm checking to see if any of my wife's underwear is hanging up there, that's all. Was it nip into the shop for snacks and fizzy pop? That's alright, man, stock up, this is going to be a long one. I'm here till midnight, plus 1 minute extra for every like this video gets, so if that's an incentive to like the video, and if it's enough of an incentive for you, then just go for it, man. Yes, there's no underwear there, it's just my wife's clothes, my kids' clothes, and a couple of socks. You Who coordinates the washing anyway? You just bung it in by color coding, right? Elston, good evening, sir. I'm gonna need to play some serious catch up to keep up with you. It's alright, man. You're doing alright yourself. Bring a bag of crisps for rivets. Yeah, if you get a bag of crisps for me, that'd be great. Wet dry brushing. No, someone call Duncan. Hey, look, it's like doing a thin coat, alright, and he likes thin coats. You know, that's why spring is his favourite time of year, because he gets to wear a thin coat. Don't do the too thin coat jokes. No, we're changing it to thin coat. Anyway, Nomsky was painting a bust, but now sanding a base for a scenic piece. Nice. It's good to switch it up so you don't get that hobby burnout. It really does kill a lot of us hobbyists. So much so that I didn't even paint anything for almost a decade. So yeah, it's a real thing. Out of models now till I get the double spots. I apologise for that. Boy races are out early this time. Yeah, a lot of rich kids in the area who got too much time and too much money, so they make their cars as loud as possible, as you would do. Someone didn't introduce them to Warhammer, otherwise they wouldn't have money for doing that. So yeah, man, that's fine. You know, like, you could just watch me paint stuff and just vicariously enjoy it. Working all day, doing now tonight, but chilling with you guys. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Rivets. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. So as always, if you fancy supporting the channel, just liking it is more than enough, but you can subscribe to the channel. And if you're feeling extra saucy, there are ways of supporting the channel by making donations. I haven't got a working PayPal link, unfortunately, but if you just use that information, you can find me on PayPal. You could drop a few quid for a coffee or whatever. We'll go straight to the channel, you know, to provide better content for you. And also, you can go on Patreon as well. I've got 2 tiers on there, just a £1 and a £5 one, because I'm just seeing how it goes. Each with their own little benefit. So, you know, if you usually go out and spend a lot of money on Starbucks coffee, then I'm sure you know you can spare a quid for the old Kevmeister, right? Mostly Zen, cheese and bread. How you doing, mate? Wayne, good for you to join us. Mythos, how are you doing, buddy? How are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, we were just stalking each other. Alright, I'm just gluing the bit on the seat back down on that before I spray it, because I have to spray this before I can do anything else. So, as always, I'm on the old Pringle tube, and I've got the bottom cut out so I can stick things on, get a real good flexibility of angle on it, so I can spray it pretty well. Get my hand covered by it so I don't get spray on my hand. And also, you got the circumference is just right, so like you can stick things on the end of it without worrying about it too much. It's great. Hashtag Hobby Corner Kev tips. What he's tipping, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Right, sorry. I am also on a rickety picnic table. It's one of those plastic fold-out ones with the 4 seats attached to it, so while I'm shaking this, I'm shaking the whole table as well. Earthquake! Just finished putting gold on a plague marine icon bearer. Oh, those gold trims are a pain, aren't they? Alright, just gonna, oops, just gonna spray over here so I don't get any paint on anything else. Ah, got it. All done. There we go. Alright, so we'll leave that to dry for now, and in the meantime we'll carry on shading everything like mad. Oh, I forgot my snacks. That's right, you don't need to hear me crunching away now, do you? So, kind of happy with that. I was really tired last night and I started to get a bit sloppy with it, but it does. That's the thing though, you can be as messy with this way of painting and it doesn't really matter. So, to avoid, and I cannot stress this anymore, you have to remind me later to clean my airbrush. Yeah, well, start cleaning it now, mate, and then you might get some painting done before midnight. with the rate that you clean that bloody thing. Took you what, an hour and a half to clean it? It was ridiculous. Anyway, you don't need any fancy holders. You don't need dropper bottles. You don't need any of that nonsense, right? It's all hassle. It's all extra money out your pocket, and it's extra mess actually transferring paints to a dropper bottle. All you need for your shade not to fall over is blue tack. That's it, or the the equivalent in whichever country you're in. Just whack it on the bottom like that. Rack that down there like that after you've given it a good shake, and then pop it open, and that's not going to fall anywhere. It's only moving around because what I'm working on is the back of a art pad, so it's paper. It's not a solid surface, but yeah. It's not going to fall over. I can knock it all day long. Not going to fall over. There you go, look, see? Da, 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 da. Right, I'm procrastinating now. Okay, so let's get to it. So I've got my medium shade brush because I don't want to go too mad with the applying the shade. You don't want to waste it. So you always wet that brush before you put any paint on it, otherwise it's not gonna soak up that paint effectively. Yeah, it was bad. Right on, I'm struggling through some emails and reports, but I'll be getting my hobby on tonight. Sweet. Okay, so let's get this done. Alright. So as you see, I'm applying it quite liberally, but I am pushing it everywhere. I'm pushing it into all the gaps, all the ridges, all the textures. Even though they've got flat panels, they've got rivets, they've got little borders, all the gaps as well. And I'm sure some people are cringing right now in the chat. I don't care. And I'm only going to do the areas that are going to stay blue. There's no point me wasting it on the areas I'm going to paint silver or gold or whatever, because I'm blocking it all out anyway. So I'll get all those large panels on the bike, and I get all the panels on the Space Marine as well, and then job's done. If that falls over, I'm gonna piss myself laughing. Well, I mean, it's quite steady. We'll see, mate, we'll see. You never know. The cold does some weird stuff to blue tack, and so does the heat. I actually went back into my my little office that got turned back into storage, and some of the posters have fallen off the wall where the blue tack had just warmed up and got soft because it's been so warm lately, which is a shame. I've got a really old white dwarf poster hanging up, and on the back of it, it's got the entire map of the old world, but on the front it actually has Grimbradal, the white dwarf, with like some iron breakers and long beards on with him. It's a pretty cool thing, and he's on like a mountainside. It's one of my favourite posters. It's a little bit tatted on the edges, but that's because it's so bloody old. It's about 20 years old, that poster. I'm all for the missing out unnecessary painting stages. Yeah. Recess shading is the longest part of it, so that's why I'm doing it now. But I'm just shading the entire bloody thing, and I'm shading only the areas that I will be painting blue. No point shading anything else. It's just wasting your paint, and it's wasting your time. And yeah, I'm shading the bottom of that, so what? Let's have it. OCD pros out there, let's have it out. Okay, cool. Evening Void, Captain Bazooka. How you doing, man? I'm all for painting as slow as hell and finishing in the in the year 2047. I mean, that's pretty much how most of my projects are going to be. I just really wanted to finish a fighting force, you know? I just really wanted to finish an army. And okay, this probably wouldn't be like tournament legal unless it was like a really small game. But it's just nice because I haven't done a complete army since I was a teenager. So you're looking at a long time away. The closest I got to painting a whole army in my 20s was most of my Bretonians, but then, you know, the old world blew up, so it's like pointless carrying on. Good evening, Terrence. How you doing, man? Good to have you here. I haven't painted many models, but I find I'm able to pick out the details better when I'm given the entire model a good drizzle with. Yeah, wash is beautiful. It is liquid magic. You'll hear a lot of painters say that the shades are liquid magic. It does so much work for you. Centerfold highlighting, forget it. You know, what's that nonsense about recess shading? Nah, forget it. What about all the layers that you're supposed to do, like the 20 or 30 super thin layers? Nah, forget it. Just whack on a shade. And it doesn't, like, if you put it on in a way, you can draw out that shading, so it kind of looks like you've wet blended the shadows in, you know, because you can put a heavier color in the corner and then just have it pushed out slightly, and it will just sort of thin out as it goes out, and by doing that it just gets a nice little blend there. You increase the transparency as you go along. Attacked by so many moths tonight, I know it. I already felt so many just fly into the back of my neck. Why the back of my neck? Give me a goodnight kiss, maybe, I don't know. Cool, man, you're bubbling along, that's always good. Yeah, I'm good now. My pad is recharged from last night. Sweet. So yeah, we're not doing like showcase painting. We're not doing competition painting. We're doing army painting. And army painting is all about how you could do one or two things at the same time. Just half your time, you know. If you're really good, you can do a couple of things at the same time. It's all about planning ahead, going, right, what colours can I put down and shade at the same time? What shades can I use at the same time? Or, you know, how many colours do I actually need? Cutting out maybe one or two layers, that sort of thing. And you'd be surprised how quickly you can get tabletop armies with a quick, effective paint scheme. And I'm no bloody expert, but I'm giving it a bloody good old try. Use those shades almost exclusively on my Death Roller. Check out it for guys. Dead simple. Ooh, can't wait to see that. I think I've taken the restriction for links off in the chat. So if you want, I think you can share the link to it if you got it. See if that works. Might not. Might be lying. But give it a try, man. Ooh, paint's under there. There we go. Oh goodness. Alright, I can't wait to get hold of them new multi-pose blade guard. Yeah, they look so good, don't they? Absolutely beautiful. Watched the rest of last night's, which I missed, and was wondering if the neighbour's car is now a nice show. Well, actually, that's my car, not the neighbour's car. So, and it's a lovely shade of black, covered in white scratches. So, kids are down. I've come to say hello. Hi Ian, how you doing, man? Base, wash, dry brush, sorted. Exactly, mate, exactly. And then you only need to pick out the details for the unit sergeants and characters, just to make them jazz up. Off for some tea. Catch you later, dude. Stay spicy. You too, Rich, man. Thanks for joining us. Don't be a stranger. Who else am I missing here? A up Mayhem. Where's Mayhem? I didn't see Mayhem. Is Mayhem here? Or is that another name for someone? Oh, Ian is Mayhem. Okay. Oh, okay. No, why am I closing it? Yes, because I wanted to give it a good shake. That's why. Because it's good to shake it now and then, because it does start to settle in the pot, and that's the last thing you want. Oh, we got a bit of a breeze brewing now. Got the bats flying around above me. Lovely. Woo! That's flying close. Hopefully it'll get all those bloody moths that are pestering me. Okie dokie. Right, so let's get this bad boy shaded up. I have a question. I have a 10-man secretary unit. Is it true that I can have 4 great hammers and 1 with the prime? 5 great hammers in total, or I have misread it. You could definitely give the great hammer to the prime, and I always suggest that you do that. We used to when Age of Sigmar first came out, and we got the starter set. We used to do that with the old hammer and shield guys. So it was like a really easy conversion to do. And yeah, I'd always suggest, because you're getting that extra attack, aren't you? So why not give him the better weapon? But I'm not sure about how many great hammers you can have in a unit. It doesn't seem right. What is the exact wording? Because I don't have an updated Stormcast battle tome. Right. See this camera right. There we go. You can have a look at my belly while I paint. Look at me, mummy, I'm on the telly. I'm only debunker on his Discord and eBay. Ah. Okay. Mr. Debunker. It's so hard to keep up with all these extra names. And Bazooka is also known as Captain Sparklepot. You know what? When I read that, I just imagined, you know that gif of the guy who just throws the glitter. He's got that nice white suit and he throws the glitter like that. He goes, ah. Hi, I'm Mr. Sparklepot. Oh dear. Oh, man, that has tickled me good. You know what? I'm gonna do a bit of heresy and I'm gonna try and peel this sidecar away. I'm finding it finding it a pain. Let's this mobby knife. Yeah, now you can get some work done. Hey Rob, how you doing? Let's see what you're doing. Managed to fit obby stuff in. Can't be, yeah. My shoe wife's disgust. I see some blue marines. I want to paint them black. No, you don't. Black Templars are overrated. They just shout a lot. Crusade, so we can break the rules. Heretics, the bunch. All Black Templars are heretics. Changed my mind. Ever script? I say it. The time is saying 2 in every 5. See, Bazza the man knows what I'm talking about. get this apart without slicing my fingers open or breaking it even more. I don't think I can. I glued it too well. Ah, sod it. I'll do it. I'll still do it. It's just I wanted to make my life a bit easier, but no, I can't make my life easier. It's not in the books. Hasn't been written in the stars. So, oh, speaking of stars, has anyone actually caught sight of the comet? I haven't actually managed to catch sight of it. But that's because I live in a very hilly area. So, like, the sun sort of dips behind the valley across from me, like an hour before actual sunset. So I know it's quite low in the sky, and it's over across the valley from me, and it's, yeah, I don't think I'll see it unless I go for a drive. Nice. So assembly and priming done. That's pretty much what I've got, and a heck of a lot of shading. I'm doing mass shading right now. I'm throwing some shade. What? Thing is, like, when you lot say Bazza for Captain Bazooka, I think of Underdog Bazza, painting Underdog. It's very confusing with all these similar names. Maybe you two should have like a paint off to see who can keep hold of the name Bazza. That'd be good fun, wouldn't it? But instead of paintbrushes, you're using knives, and instead of paint, you're using each other's blood. Too dark? Get all in there. Just flying past the comet on my way to my next mission. Fair play. That's Pickle got to with me bloody Chris. I know, he's taking a long time, isn't he? Do you think his little trip for snacks and nibbles is actually a trip to the shops, or is he just not, knocking knees with his missus? I mean, fair play on him, man. If you're gonna get the chance to get some loving, go get some loving. But you better be back for some hobbying. Did I get in there? Yeah, I got the lap, I got the panels. I'll get round the back as well. For some reason I just can't see. I keep moving. Every time I move the camera, I then end up drifting away from the camera. It takes a lot getting used to painting in front of a camera. There's something a bit personal about, having people watch you paint. It's kind of like the hobby equivalent of being caught touching yourself. There, that's that done. Just make sure I didn't miss the under bit there, and the back bit there. Same here. Okay, and the same there. I knew I missed a bit. Just that bit there. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. See, the two posts together are hilarious. Reminds me of Basil 40. You can just call him Captain Sparkles with his fluffy dice and shack. Oh, he's gone to the pub, probably. Pickle's on a special mission. Nah, she's got him cleaning up for surfaces rendered. That's it. What happens on my carpet is top secret. No, it's not. He's buggered off, so he's covered. Oh. Hair dryer on, can't hear you. Ah, dude. Although you could. Can you read my lips? Or just turn the volume up even. What you do with them DMNets is your business bazooka. Woo! Looks like I'm not the only one throwing some shade now, hey? What? Okay. That's them down. Hey, Mr. Pickle Jar. Josh, that's a Josh in a pickle jar. He's trapped. Someone help him, but it's a really tough jar. You're going to have to give it a few taps and maybe a tea towel to open it. Jar. Hey, Nonsky's back again from using a hairdryer. I mean, dude, you haven't got any hair. What are you using your hairdryer for? Are you drying down there? Have you got like? Are you making up for the loss of up here with a bush down there? So you just, combing out those old tangles. I'm gonna stop there. That's a bit too much. Yeah. Did you get rivets on my crisps? Monty Python, you're all too young. Oh, I get Monty Python. I've seen all the stuff that didn't get deleted by the BBC. With the flying circus and all that. I played Robin and Spam a lot a couple of years ago. No way. You're drying paint on your body. I mean, we all gotta have a hobby. Alright. Brave Sir Robin. Right. There we go. He's now armless. Hey. That's right. Dad jokes all round. Let's have it. So I'm so glad that all of you are here to partake in this journey that I've got going. It's such a laugh having you lot here, and I really do appreciate every single one of you for being here and for subscribing and liking the video and just having a good time in the chat, keeping it all in good spirits. A little bit of bants here, a little bit of spiciness, keeping it interesting. It's just good old banter. He brings up arriving in a Dreadclaw on a CWG live stream and its evolutions. From there I add a little extra each time to the glitter sparkle pod. Nice. Ooh, down to his toes. So Yeah, last night I was just reminiscing how throwing down shade on the models is kind of like when you're a kid and you're on the patio and you draw images with a wet finger, you know, with just some water, and it changes hue slightly. And that's kind of how it feels like. You go from quite a pastely blue, and then when you wet it, it just changes instantly. So cool. That's right. I'm old enough to know what it's like to just sit out in a garden and do something other than sit in front of a TV or an iPad or anything like that. I'm even old enough to have actually played on an Atari. Yeah. Jersey Jelly Man. When danger reared its ugly head, brace a robin, turn and fled. Yes! Yeah, I don't paint miniatures, I just cover myself in paint and dry it, then peel it off like sunburnt skin. Ooh, lovely. Actually does sound like really relaxing. I'm going to assume that most of the people in this chat were the type of kid who, during arts and crafts in class, you would just like put a bit of PVA glue on your hand and just rub it until it almost dried, and then just let it dry and then just peel it off like it was skin. Mayfoss, I already made that joke twice. Get your own material. Throwing shade. Get out of here. This is what the kids mean, right? Sort of. So I don't get this whole boomers thing. Literally anyone that's older than them, you go, okay, boomer. So no. Boomer was initially a derivative term for the baby boomers, you know? The ones that give lecture like they know everything, because actually they kind of do. And they've lived it all. They've, you know, survived a world war as kids. They've grown up. They've taken advantage of a great economic boom in the country. They bought houses when they were dirt cheap from the council. They're retiring without having to pay rent. And they're making great strides for themselves. And, you know, some of them are very successful business people. And that's just made a lot of people peeved off, because the Gen X, which were like the children of the boomers, they were supposed to be like, you know, the super awesome generation who were going to storm the world. Most of them didn't do jack, except just, you know, turn into punks or mods and waste half their young adult lives. And then a lot of them had kids too early, and those would have been my generation, the 80s kids. Well, I'm an 80s baby, 90s kid, but you get what I'm saying. And then oh, what a time to be alive the 90s were, hey? Everything technologically moved so fast. As soon as the internet became more spread and readily available, commercialism increased. The fads came and went super fast. Music changed so much. TV changed so much. Fashion changed so much. we were like, the 90s was that time where you still had the old values of playing out, getting dirty, having good, you know, manners and morals and stuff like that, but we were embracing technology as it was coming out, you know. I think somewhere we just lost our way because we weren't really pushed in the right direction. A lot of us were sort of just geared and educated to just be like the next generation of workers. God, I'm going down a right social tailspin, aren't I? Let's have a look. So badly. Of course, though, every art class. Yeah, it's glue skin. I used to do with glue, that rubbery glue with the brush in it. Alright, no, I never had the one with the brush in it. Shoving some shades about. Therapy. No fair work called and I missed it. Oh no. Copy decks in. Smelled of fish. What? Copy decks is decoratory wax these days. Ah, okay. Don't spoil copy decks. 90s equals shell suits and neon colours. That's right, man. And fresh prints and what was it? Grunge music, Guns N' Roses. What else did you have? You had a lot of R&B and hip hop breaking out big time then. A lot of pop. But so many toy fads, it was crazy. It was the 60s kid. Get out of here, boomer. Peters was still on the TV and not in the parks. That's right. They were very trusted, valuable members of society who did a lot of charity work. I remember Mum turning a CD over when it finished and asked why. Yes. Oh man, I still remember record players. Actually, my mum had a lot of the 8-inch vinyls, and a lot of white labels actually. And then someone broke in and stole them all, so she never got that back. But we until like the late 90s, we had this massive record player that had 2 cassette tape slots on it as well, and it was radio. And we were like, oh, this is like this shit, you know. And when we've got our first CD player, holy crap, things changed. Damn thing keeps skipping every time you jumped because the floor would make the cupboard wobble, and then the wobbling cupboard would make the CD player jolt, and then the laser was on like a really stupid little spring, and it would just bump and it would hit the disc and then you scratch the disc. It was so stupid. Everything moved fast in the 60s as well, mate, if you get my oh yeah. I'm an 80s kid, but I finally remember the 90s. I was about 12 when colour TVs came out, but the black and white ones didn't break till I was 16. Spiffy jeans. Alice Cooper was still young. Yeah, but he always looked old. Am I right? That guy never ever heard of like some face cream or something, or just not doing the drugs and drink so hard. Maybe getting a good night's sleep. He's on he's got a regular slot on a radio channel, Planet Rock now, actually. He's doing alright for himself. NASA jackets. Jesus. Oh, and NASA logoed stuff is coming back though. Seeing a lot more of those knocking about now. Oh, yeah, I always get a bit upset when I get called a millennial, or when people name like 3 different generations millennials, you know. No. I'm right in between 2 generations really. I was brought up like the previous generation, but I am massively influenced by the millennial generation, you know. I'm not too heavily dependent on technology, he says, using a laptop, a webcam, and streaming on computer. But you know what I mean. You get people saying, "Oh, goddamn millennials," and to 20-year-olds, and it's like, no, actually, they're not millennials at all. They're a whole different generation of people who never knew what it was like to have to listen to a dial-up go. Welcome to AOL. Fucking thing. Oh god. Jeez, back in the day when it was okay to call things gay, ironically, you know, not to make fun of gay people, but just to be ironic about that stupid thing. And we used to call AOL gayOL because it was just it was just so annoying. 90s was a whole different time. Let's see. Late 70s. Oh wait. Hang on, there we go. I remember when there were only 2 channels. I remember when Channel 5 first started up, because obviously I was born after Channel 4 started. But when Channel 5 first came on terrestrial TV, and it was a whole event, and I remember someone came to tune the TV in for us. It was that weird. Right? And then like I can't remember how long, it was like a couple of weeks. You could turn to Channel 5, and it was just this like 5 logo coming soon sort of thing. It was so weird. And then there was that really dodgy soap opera, which basically was so cheap it was hiring porn actors and actresses. Oh, I can't remember what it was called, but it was so bad. Late 70s, grew up in the 80s, teen in the 90s, went into space in 2000s. Hello, Little Planet. Channel 5 is coming out. Channel 5 coming out was a big deal. Me too, Norm, and you needed a bodybuilder to change channels. It's that face. Baz cracks me up, man. Mid 70s, 80s kid. AOL. Hey, up Interzone, you snuck in there, man. How you doing? Remember accidentally calling a fax line. Nah, never happened to me. But I do remember having to remember landline numbers. You know, you either had a little book with the numbers in it, or you kept them up here. And for the longest time, we just used a payphone down the road, and we had like a payphone card. You topped it up now and then. The only thing I dislike of millennials is the use of social media. I don't get it. I understand why it exists, and it's a distraction really. It's just there to improve your the whole idea of the internet full stop was just to share information quickly and freely for the betterment of humanity. That was it. Social media comes along and says, hey look, we could do fun things with this apart from games and that, but they hooked you in with games first. If you remember, Facebook used to do games, right? And that was cool. But the whole likes and sharing stuff and all that, it gives you a little buzz and you feel good for a little while, and then you feel sad when no one likes or shares your stuff. And then they've just slowly ramped it up over the years. They've introduced new stuff, new programs, new apps and all that. And before you know it, there's about 20 billion different apps all doing similar things, all giving you that little dopamine buzz. And you have two whole generation of kids who are solely dependent on that for their self-esteem now. And that's just the world we live in. It's a whole Black Mirror thing, man. Nice boys, them Spice Girls. Yeah. Eldorado. What was it? The Spice Girls launched on 5. Oh yeah. God. I think Independence Day was the first movie on Channel 5. Also, as a 19 teen, I remember loving oversized jeans, like Jinko. Did that ever catch? I don't know. I did computer science at uni, and at my first job we submitted our software to regulators by post. The internet was so slow. I mean, do you remember trying to load up a picture? A picture? It took forever to download. Like, it took you 20 minutes on standard landline to download a decent pixel, like slightly blotchy, but it was kind of decent picture. And then when it finally was starting to load up, it just little bit by little bit, like a little bit, like a little bit. And when you had to LimeWire. Anyone remember LimeWire and all the viruses you got on your computer, downloading nudies and all that sort of thing, and having to have videos download like overnight for like a 30-second or like a 2-minute little video clip. That was just, those were the days, man. They were so bad. But it beat the embarrassment of having to go into a shop and try and buy a nudie magazine or a dodgy video, you know. And you know what, I think I read somewhere actually that pornography basically runs the internet. Like, I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it basically does. More people go on to watch porn than they do for anything else. Where did the music go, by the way? There we go. Where are we going? Spice Girls, I had the biggest crush on Post Spice. What? I'll be fair play to you, man. We never had a phone box, and it was tough if your mates were out. Yes, it was tough. Going knocking on doors saying, can Tim come out and play, please? And then hear the mum, Tim, your friends are at the door. Tell him I don't want to go out and play. I'm not feeling it right now. Oh, come on. Tell Tim to come out and play. We need him to play British Bulldog. Where is it? I just let me force. Facebook is a heretic that needs to be put down. Is YouTube social media? Kind of. Did anyone have a washing machine the size of a car with a big mangle on top? No. No. I've seen one of those. Never had one myself. Blue bot jeans were a big thing. Slow loading pictures, in slices, yeah. I can remember waiting maybe 5 to 10 minutes to download porn pictures. Yeah. It's ironic to hear you taking a talking about the pitfalls of the temporary social media highs. That's literally what we do as YouTube content creators right now. I know, right? Our fragile self-esteems are hanging in the balance there. It's all about, oh, are we going to hit that limit? Are we going to hit that line of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewed minutes? Viewed hours. Subscribe to my channel. I need the hit. LimeWire. Yeah, LimeWire was so dodgy. It was unbelievable. Parachute trousers. Oh my days. Just don't even bother. Can't touch this. Hammer time. Alright, see you, Gary. Thanks for joining us, mate. I've totally got sidetracked with all this reminiscing. I haven't done that much painting. Jeez, and bread. I should have already shaded the tank by now. What are you lot doing to me, eh? Oh, I can't believe you lot got me saying cheese and bread as well. Curse you, Spud. I'll get you next time. That's gonna keep breaking off. Fucking hate that thing. Let's put that there. Yeah, so we had a twin tub washer. Oh man. Luxury. My gran actually does speak fondly of when she got her first washing machine, and it was a top loader. And before that, she had 2 boys, and she also had my mum, who was a triplet, so 3 girls. So you can imagine how many of those cloth nappies that she went through, because of course you didn't really have disposable nappies back in the late 60s, early 70s. So yeah, she burst into tears when she got one. To be honest, like I'd cry hard if I didn't have a washing machine with these kids. They just don't stop making a mess. You never had an indoor toilet? Oh, you're up north, innit? So basically your back shed was the toilet. You had to nip out in the cold, right? With the cold sea, ooh, ooh, ah. Or just squat over it so you don't get frostbite on your butt. Or you did it all in a pan, you know, like if you're that lazy, you do it all in a pan, and then you just lob the contents into the toilet, so you didn't have to go out in the cold. I was there, man. Alright. Oh, the strap's hanging off them. Oh, those ugly bastard things. Yeah, that got caught on everything. Came and went like nothing, man. Only idiots wore that. Adidas poppers have come back into fashion. MC Hammer, New Real Music had died when I saw that. Taking a dump with the spiders. Nice. Oh man. Oh, you fucker ducker. Right, you sit in there. Where's the glue? I think I loosened it last night when I was getting a bit rough with it, and I never came back to gluing it properly, and it's just fallen off. I love the fact that it's got so many rocket pods on it. It's just so over the top. It's like, alright, we're going to do 2 types of tanks and then we'll see what's popular in the office. We'll do this one that's got a few guns, kind of like the old one. And then we'll just go all orc on the other one and just fit as many rockets and guns on it as possible and see what they like. Didn't get an indoor toilet until the early 80s. Oh. Wait, were you born in Aussie or did you ship over there? In the zone. We didn't have a warp drive, just rusty clanky generator with pedal power pumps. It was a tough time. Speaking of toilets, my lad asked why we say pull the chain when we actually just push a button. Yeah, I remember that. And I'll tell you what, those flushes never failed for me. You know, the little, not the button, but just the little, like, hand that pees me off, because you gotta wait for the damn thing. It doesn't fill up fast enough. The water doesn't rush out enough. Sometimes you got flushed more than once. Where's the humanity in that? Right, I'm not gonna bother shading the Tech Marine because obviously it's gonna be in red. So I'm just gonna hit some of the panels of the guns, just in case it keeps some of those panels blue. And then I'm gonna just do all of the panels of the tank. And I'm not gonna be neat with it. Again, I'm just gonna, because I'm gonna wet brush the whole entire damn thing. I'm just aiming to get some of the shade into the gaps and the recesses, because recess shading takes forever. It's been a good trip down memory lane, this. It's really entertaining. And you know what, it's nice having a multi-generational audience as well, because we all learn from each other. We all have experiences that we can share, and fond memories to look back to. The drops, yeah, bottom of the yard, mate. You need to are you born in Australia? So they just screwed you over when they built those toilets then, didn't they? Well, like, we got them in Old Blighty, so you're gonna have them over here. Got baths in a metal tub in front of the fire. Alright, I haven't gone back that far. I was fortunate enough to have the pleasure of modern technology that is a ceramic bath. YouTube gold, yeah. Newspaper for blankets, asleep on the sofa. Oh no, now you just putting it on, mate. Who are you? Oliver Twist. Now, you know what I do? It's quite weird, but do you remember when all the fish and chip shops had to stop using newspaper to wrap the food? And there was a big uproar about it, right? Proper British thing, right? Big old uproar. Oh, you don't. Why are you changing the traditional wrapping of a traditional staple of the British mealtime, you bastard government? And I was like, look, we just don't want you to eat any more ink, all right? Well, but it makes it taste better. Blah 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 blah. I think that's why so many older painters just like lick their brushes now, just so you can reminisce about the old days when your fish and chips came in newspaper and the ink went onto your food. I remember want a pair of Rocha roller skate boots, was never allowed. They're too expensive. When Cole was a toy. Alright mate, alright. Look, you've milked the channel enough for sympathy, okay? You're not Oliver Twist. Get out of here. You milk sop. Nah mate, when we were kids, Dad used to cover us over. I think that's the proper dad thing to do, right? Not use the thing you're supposed to, like a, you know, a hand sewn, well not sewn, but hand knitted blanket or whatever. That would probably be lying next to you. Nah, I'm not using this newspaper anymore. I finished reading it. Yeah, kid. Keep yourself warm. Get used to it. You might be homeless one day. The way these strikes are going on. Oh dear. I'm sorry if talking about strikes brings back painful memories as well. I know they're quite prevalent when you were growing up. Evening! Modelling for Advantage, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. We're almost finishing up on all the shading. We just got the tank to do, and then I'm gonna wet dry brush everything. That's right, you heard me, wet dry brush. And I'm being as messy as I like with this shading as well. I've not had chippies since before lockdown. I've had no takeaways or anything. I don't fancy anyone other than myself cooking. Yeah, chippy was good. No mate, we had a coal bunker and we pay. Oh, like a little coal shed. Yeah. Congratulations, man. Yeah, you're sneaking that news in there. Got to 1,000. Good on you, bruv. I'm still chasing that elusive goal. I've just hit 750, which is a massive goal, right? I've had the biggest growth this month since the beginning of the Mortal Realms stuff. And I'm just enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying every minute of it. I'm enjoying the love. Isn't a wet dry brush just painting? No, it's like dry brushing, but it's slightly wet. You know, like when you don't dry off the brush too much enough, and it smudges slightly, but it's not enough to put down a thick coat. That's basically it. Better stick around for this one. Yeah, man, I'll show you. That's how I painted most of my models back in the day. And if I needed to get an army done quick, I'd get all the shading done in the messiest way possible, and then I'd paint that second coat that I normally would do before I start shading and blocking in colours. Because normally I'd, like, say for the ultramarines, spray in blue, then do a thin layer from the pot of blue, so I get a nice even cover and I get any bits that I missed out. This, because I'm doing a large group of stuff, I'm doing the whole force basically. I've done it slightly different, so I've sprayed it all, and I'm just dipping the whole lot except, you know, the guns, which I've got to get blocked in other colours, and the cloaks and stuff. Dip it all in Nuln Oil to shade the entire thing, and then I'm going to wet dry brush the whole lot. Really quick way of painting them and getting that even coat on them, and it will leave all the shade in the recesses, and that's that. I don't have to worry about recess shading. It's hobby gold, I'm telling you. So let's pop that over there. Cheers, Ian. I'm not sure if I did either. I don't think I did. I kind of downplayed it a little bit. I haven't really shared it on social media at the moment. I might do tonight. But you know, 250 more, and at the rate that I'm getting my watch time done, I may even be monetized by Christmas at this rate, which is awesome. That'd be an awesome Christmas present. If it was to happen sooner, you know, I'm not going to be mad at that. Who's going to be mad at that? I won't be. So if anyone has any duplicate accounts on Facebook, on YouTube, I didn't say anything, but you know what I'm hinting at. Alright. We used to eat coal. Well, hard times, I guess. It tastes bad. Good to hear things are going well for you. You've been grinding out the content and putting in the hours recently. Cheers, man. It's been tough. What really helped was when Spud crashed my my stream the other day. Was it yesterday? No, it was yesterday. Getting all my evenings mixed up. And brought a lot of these beautiful people over from the Chilling Wargamers stream. And everyone subbed that hadn't already subbed. And I went up by an extra 10 subs, just like that. It was great. Overbrushing, that's the term. Thank you. The thing is though, my battle reports weren't doing as well as they could have. I put in a lot of time to do the little intro bit, because you know I'm not sure if you've seen them, but I do a little intro bit by getting dynamic poses of the models as they are painted at the moment, and then I narrate the little story blurb for that mission, and I do like sound effects and like camera effects and stuff like that, just to make it like a more interesting intro. And then on the battle reports I was even doing like blast effects and stuff like that, and getting all the battle sounds in. And it took a lot of time. It would take me a couple of evenings just to get one battle report done. Just for like 40 views, and most of those views, people were just skipping through. I'd have like an average of like 3 minutes for 20-25 minute video. So I just stopped doing the special effects, because that alone takes a lot of time, lining the special effects up and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a shame. I think once I got a bigger audience, I might go back to it. But yeah, it's just for the amount of time that I put in. I put hours of time into it, and it's not really going anywhere. My paint videos do alright now and then. What really gets me the views is the old update ones, sneak peeks of the coming issues, and have a little chat about what's coming up if there's a big release from Games Workshop. But I'm trying to sort of still stick to the magazines, because I enjoy doing those. And there's a lot of people who have told me that they look forward to my videos and they learn a lot from them. And that's what I really want from the channel. But I also got to think about getting the channel growing so that I can improve it, once it gets monetized, then I can start investing the few pennies that I get from advertising into the channel. Get better camera, get a bit more RAM, that sort of thing. Oh, forget it. But you know, I love doing this. I love doing this. It's I wouldn't change it for anything. I love talking to everyone. I love seeing how people do, you know, how their paint jobs are doing. That's why I, on the painting videos, I always do a community focus, and I see how they've done that particular model that I've been painting in that issue. Sorry, in that episode. Because I just love seeing it, all the work, and I love sharing it. And I don't mind spending a bit more time gathering those pictures and names together and editing it all. That is a highlight for me, truly. Hey, Interested G, how you doing? Just come in mid-rant. Hope you're doing well. You just finished your Plague Marine. Nice. So what are you going to work on now? Yeah, well, I mean, it is because, you know, it's getting the time to gather all those pictures together, but luckily, you know, there's some really good groups on Facebook where people do respond to those, and then, you know, I just get sorted at the end of those quite quickly. Just edit out the farting. Yeah, keep the farts. Get like, you could always do like you know, like a misty transition between pictures and just fart on cue. Right, so that's all those little bits done. Let's get the big bits done. So again, I'm not going to go over the entire panels. You're going to think I'm mad. I'm just aiming for those recesses. If I go for the entire panels, I'm going to waste so much time and shade. There's no need for it. So much to do on this tank. Right, I think the whole underside I'm just going to do lead belcher. I think that might just speed things up for me there. So how is everyone at the moment? It's all getting packed away. I'm moving house on Monday. Oh, good luck, man. Good luck. Moving is a real pain in the ass. So much stress and exercise. And you're never fully moved in, like when you move in, you know? You always end up keeping some stuff just packed up for like weeks or even months until eventually you get round to it, or you just end up putting it in storage. Just, oh, forget it. Totally forget it. Forget you got it until the next time you move and you're like, oh, I actually needed that stuff. Tesco Express. Oh, you got fibro. So it's going to Write me off for a week. Oh, seriously though, good luck, mate. Cystic fibrosis is a tough condition to live with, but as long as you got good support around you, that's the main thing. So yeah, look at that. That's another thing that I love about this hobby: the diversity of people that you get. It's not just multi-generational. You know, it's multi-humanity. There's room for everyone. Yeah, you'll get there in the end, man. If you ever need to blow off steam, you can always just hop on to the Chilling Wargamers Discord and just have at it. It's always going to be one of these beautiful people that's in the chat there. So, or even myself. Mwahaha. Blob, 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 blob. I'm doing rivets. There's so many rivets. If you say rivet enough time, you end up saying ribbit like a frog, like I just did. I think I'm putting enough in. I'm scared to put too much on the brush. Strangely, screw it. Okay, that's that side done. All right. The camaraderie of the community is amazing. Real happy to be part of it. Yeah, man. It's what makes the hobby. You know, without it, we're just a bunch of sweaty people who are awkward in social situations. But at least with this community, we could be sweaty people who are awkward in social situations together. We as a good group of lads are. Yes, we are. Can you all see what I'm doing alright? I'm not too sure on the camera angle, but I can't mount it next to me because otherwise the camera goes too far back. It's not the best camera. What I hate is the fact that I can't do any until I get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watched hours, and you know, become monetized. I can't do any updates through Facebook. Through YouTube. Can't do little posts just to update people if I'm running late or if something's changing about the show. It all has to be on everything else. You know, having to update 3 or 4 different things at the same time, it's a real pain. And I can't record any videos, live videos on my phone. And you know what, my phone it has an amazing camera on it. Better than this laptop and better than this mounted camera here. And yeah, it's just a shame not being able to use it, because I use it for all my videos. And the only thing that lets it down is if I don't have proper lighting, because the camera tries to reconfigure itself to make the most of the lighting. If you got dull lighting, it actually brightens the picture and everything, but it goes a bit hazy, which is a shame. We be vibing, sweaty, awkward. Yes. How did you meet your Mrs. Kev? Did she know about the hobby from the off? Pretty much. Within a couple of weeks. But it was like because her friend was a friend of mine, and that friend was actually used to go to the same game club. So a friend of a friend sort of situation. So she's always known it's been part of my my character flaw, this hobby. But she's a good sport about it. As long as I don't let it take over the house or our lives, and make time for the kids and make time for her, then it's all good. But that's basically the priorities, isn't it? Family's got to be a priority before hobby. Unless they're shits, in which case, you know, just drop them off somewhere. That sounds dark, but you know. You can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family, if you know what I mean. Bah humbug. I didn't tell my wife about hobby until we'd been married for about 5 years. Whoa! But you were out of the hobby for a while, weren't you? Gonna do a Sinski UK tour after the crap and arrange to visit some of the careers for some clubs. That'd be amazing, mate. Sign me up for that, definitely. I love doing little collaborations. I still haven't done my my why I became a YouTube creator challenge thing from Spud. But you know, with all these live streams, I haven't had time. Oh, I basically covered it though earlier by just saying that I just want to help people, and at the same time I want to have fun, I want to be part of that community, I want to share the experience, I want to make everyone feel included, and that's basically it really. I can't really do a 10-minute video on that, can I? I got introduced through Hero Quest, and there was this other game that my uncle had where you had castle walls with panels that you hit with you had these catapults that you had these little red balls on, and you launched them, and you also have cannons where you could launch them as well, and you had to get your troops across the board to the drawbridge of your opponent, and you had to shoot the drawbridge down and all the wall panels to make their troops fall off the walls and stuff. That was a good laugh. And then of course Hero Quest was a thing. Only got to play it a couple of times because we were very young at the time. Got to keep a skeleton warrior and one of those weird one-eyed lizard things. I can't bloody remember what they're from, what they're called, but they're from Albion. I'm sure someone in the chat can tell you. And an orc. And the little advertising pamphlet that came with it, showing the Games Workshop stuff, showing you, hey look, you can paint all of this with these colours from Games Workshop, but it didn't show you how. You know, it just told you what you needed. And then when I was about 8 or 9, my granddad saw that there was a games workshop in Harrow, took me there, and that's where the love affair started. And then I really got into it when Lord of the Rings came out and all those models came out, and I went back to my 3rd edition box, and after I was collecting the Lord of the Rings stuff, started making the Space Marines into something. Started collecting dwarfs as soon as I became a teenager, and I had that paper round to pay for it. And then when I turned 16, my mates at the club pulled together and got me a few bits for Necrons and a Necron battle force, because they got sick of seeing me lose with my really crap Kev Marine force. And that's it, man. And then, like, in my 20s, I got into Bretonnians. I love the aesthetic of it, but I can see why Games Workshop had to give up on it, because you can't protect that kind of IP. It's too on the nose historically. But I still got all of them upstairs on their square bases, packed away. Same with the dwarfs. So yeah, that's it. And then I kind of had a couple of years out, just busy with work and stuff, and then I came back to it. But I always kept tabs on it, and always bought the newest edition starter box, you know. Never missed out on that, but I never really got around to playing after I left college. So yeah, I do love building stuff. I used to love converting stuff, though. I never finished a conversion. I'd get halfway through and I'd be like, oh, it's almost finished, I can't finish it now. Painting, I've entered a couple of store painting competitions. I won a couple, but there was hot competition because there were some professional painters competing in it as well. My first win was a diorama where I had a spare Bretonnian archer, which I converted to look like a hunter, but he was wearing a jester headdress, and you know, you had like the little plastic doggy as well, and I built a whole campfire thing, and then like I used the troll from the was it 5th edition fantasy set, was that Battle of Skull Pass with the dwarfs and the night goblins. Who's the troll from that, as if it was coming out of nowhere and attacking it, and I did like some light sourcing from the campfire, and he was holding a torch in one hand and a sword in the other. I did the light sourcing on that, so it reflected off of the guy itself, and then it went missing. It was in the window for a month, and then the store was moving location, and it just went missing. I think someone nabbed it, which was a shame. Crossbows and catapults, that's it. Let's see, what did I miss? Sorry, I went on right one, but at least you got that, you know, how got into the hobby / how I became a YouTuber thing down. Mrs. number 2 was my drinking buddy for years before we actually got together. Fair enough. I don't tell my colleagues about my hobby. I don't really tell a lot of people about it either. Just friends and family. I tell everyone about the hobby because I don't care what they say. It's fair enough. Everyone who knows me thinks I'm a nutter. Though to be honest, like, I once took stuff in because I was well behind on painting stuff. And in between loads, I was just like quickly painting stuff, and a couple of the colleagues saw and was like, oh look, is that what you're doing? I was like, yeah, and I explained everything there. I thought it was pretty cool. That's it. I've got I got a motto: like your wife, love your hobby. My missus knew straight up. The fishing I keep hid. Oh, alright, how do you keep that hidden? I wasn't out the hobby. I was never really in it. It wasn't until my son was born in 2012 that I started buying models. Became massively nostalgic after he was born. Fair enough, man. No, it wasn't a Zote. Zotes were 40k. These were weird things. Plus, Zote's got 2 eyes, not 1 eye. They're like weird looking 1 eye lizard things with like a big belt buckle on them. From Albion. I had a few lead minis for D&D and Lays. Nice. It's some metal. Most of my Lord of the Rings stuff is metal as well, and half of the actually all of the command choices are metal for my old Space Marines. And a lot of the dwarfs as well. Untitled mate and Ridger Common, as most of my mates are orcs. Okay, let's get this finished because I do want to start getting some other colours on them. I'm getting well distracted. I love getting distracted though. Did I mention I'm a procrastinator? It's just a fancy way of saying daydreams and doesn't get shit done. Oh, did I pretty much do it then? I think I did. Just touch up there. Oh, would you look at that? Just do around the edge of that. And those rivets there. You know what? It's not going to be extra RAM. It's not going to be a new camera. It's going to be new brushes. Some nice, decent ones. Maybe some broken toed ones. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how this channel does. If I get any money for it. If people are generous and donate their coffee money to me. Shill Hill. Oh yeah, I definitely missed a few bits, didn't I? Gosh darn it. Yeah, these Games Workshop ones are really good to start off with, you know, like, I mean, if you're looking for longevity, you're not going to get it, but if you need brushes just to beat out an army, they'll do that job, and they'll last just long enough to accomplish it. You know, if you use the right brushes for the right thing, and you clean them well, and you don't stick all the paint up to the ferrule. But yeah, they're not really there to last forever, you know. That's that done. Hey, that's all the shielding done. So the shielding done, and now I'm gonna click my back. Oh, that feels good. Did get the back of there. Okay. Are you keeping your fish under the stairs like that? Friday night dinner. It's just smoking fish under the stairs. There's no way she would have noticed that smell. Fimir, that's it. This is the hammer. That's the nail. That's just what you did. Last night I swore blind I'd get something painted today. My excuse is it rained all day and couldn't use spray can. Because you don't have an overhanging or a porch, or just lean out the window. There's a will, there's a way, mate. That can be said about procrastinating as well. I see any stars? No. Looks quite cloudy today, this evening. Right, before I get any more done, I'm going to grab a hoodie, I'm going to grab some snacks, and I'll be right back. So I'm going to turn up the music and let you enjoy it. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
I've got a rebel soul. 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 Oh, just get down with it, down with it, down with it. Just get down. I ain't no thing that you can chain with a ring. And I ain't no price for admiring eyes. I've got a rebel soul. 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 Just get down with it, down with it, down with it. Just get down. I can be good when I wanna. I just don't wanna. I can be good when I wanna. I just don't wanna. I can be a good girl when I wanna. I just don't wanna. I can be good, but no, I got a rebel soul. Hey, I've got a rebel soul. I got a rebel soul. Yeah, I've got a rebel soul. Hey, down with it, my rebel soul. Down with it, my rebel soul. Down with it, my rebel soul. Down with it, down with it, down with it. Just get down with it, down with it, down with it. Just get down with it, down with it, down with it, down with it, down. I've got a rebel soul.
Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho. How are we? Sorry if that took too long. Back for 5 while I make pudding. Nice. Bought some nice shiny gubbins for channel just before lockdown and don't know how to use it yet. Fair enough. Is there a fox in your freezer too? Could be. Got to shoot. Alright, see you mate. Thank you again for tuning in and I'll see you in the next one. Can't get used to saying Kaiser. MFA. I'll just quit MFA. Right. Great. Okay. So. Hope the sound levels are okay. I'm putting the wrong bloody thing on there. Right. We are done with that. So that's had a good clean. Pop that there. Grab me nuts. Oh. There we go. McCrack Blue. That's what I sprayed everything with. So now it's what I'm gonna destroy everything with. Just finish, and so am I. Catch you later. See you, man. Thank you again for tuning in. I appreciate it. Okay. So I'm going to use this large base for the bigger stuff. And I'm going to use this medium base for the smaller stuff. So, got fresh water. Ah. Right, so we'll pop a fair bit down onto the pallet. Gonna have to like that. Try not to get it too far up the bristles. That'll do for now. And then I'm just gonna throw water at it. I want it to be about 70-30, maybe 60-40. You mix that in. Rinse it if it's gonna go too far up the bristles. Last thing you want is for it to go up too far on that. Right. Just mix it. And it should be able to just paint it thinly so you get a nice consistency. But you can kind of almost see if you're painting over old paint on the palette, you can kind of almost see that. That's what you want. Right. Get the worst stuff onto the palette, not on the paper because you'll dry it too much. The worst stuff there. And then what do you do? Yeah, bog standard chap. Go mad. Try to avoid those recesses. If it's too thin, just wipe it away. And just get a bit less on there. Just stop painting, fair enough. I'm sure I'll pop back in before Kev calls it. Well, cheerio for now, and if you don't come back, we'll see you next time. You know what, I think I've done that wrong. I've done it wrong. You know, it's been so long since I've done it, I completely forgot what I was doing. You don't want to water it down. No. Don't water it down. Shit. I've just wasted all that paint for nothing. Right. I told you I'd screw it up. Okay. Start that again. Put some paint down. And just wipe off the worst on there. Kind of like what you'd do dry brushing on paper. But just on the palette, right? The idea is that you don't have too much that it smudges. Right, this should work now. There you go. So you just brush so that you're not getting into the recesses. There we go. It just took me a minute to remember what I was doing. Right. I don't know if you can see, that light's quite strong, isn't it? Get that light up there. You see that okay? It's just, well, maybe I'll use that camera. Right. It's still so bright. This light is just too much, isn't it? Turn it down. Okay. So, can you see that? There's a slight hue change there. So the idea is, yeah, just doing all the top of it, a brush over, as modeling for painting called it. Just get in the top areas and the flat panels, not the recesses, so act as if you're doing a dry brush, but just be a bit more mindful for the deeper recesses. like that. And that, people, is how you save time on shading. You're welcome. That's it, I'm done. You know, that stream's finished. My name's been Kev. This has been the Hobby Corner. You've been beautiful. No, I'm joking. Let's bring this light over here a bit more. There we go. So the wind's picked up a little bit. It's getting a bit cooler. That's fine, I don't mind. Don't mind at all. Get under there. Get the butt flaps. Another flat panel there. Get the side of that arm there. It's like painting but cheating. I love it. Yeah. It's coming along nicely. I have to take some proper pictures later and pop them on Instagram so you lot can see the difference. Alright. Rivets chills out with his mate Stella, who gets poured all over his fella. Alright. It's pretty much done. And I don't mind leaving it like a little bit dirty looking, you know, because that's just the ground of war, and you've just given yourself some free weathering, making it a bit more grim dark without the hassle. Booyah. That's that done. Move over, Duncan Rose. There's a new kid in town. His name is Hobby Corner Kev. That's a corner, that's a Kev, that's a corner in the Kev, and the Kev in the corner Kev. So I hope everyone's doing alright at the moment. Everyone's nice and chill. We're in the last hour of this thing. How many likes am I doing at the moment? I forgot to remind people to pop a like on just to extend the time that I'm on. Yeah, she does the job. Getting that wife beater vibe in. Right, this after I've done all of this on all the models, the next step will be blocking in all the black pieces, and it's also going to be the very long silver metallics. Oh no, I put way too much there. 21! Got 21 likes! Sweet. Doing alright, man. It's quite a consistent number I'm getting. So that means at some point there's 21 people watching my channel. What? Absolute madness. Absolute madness. What is this world coming to? A humble chap like myself can make 21 people from the fantastic community come pop by and say hello. Must be a beautiful world. Ding! Right, so I hope everyone's who's never used a brush over before has got the grasp of the technique. And you can see, kind of see how effective it is. It's not pretty, but if you're looking for a dingy, grimy look and you're working with dark colours especially, it works wonders. Dark, strong colours, like a rich red or this blue, you can get away with it very easily. That's another one done. Look at that. Getting done in no time, y'all. Why this is the best. See if I can still use this. I know I really wet it up, but it'd be a shame for it to be wasted. Almost. I'll let it dry out for a bit before I get back to trying to use it. Whoa, it's coming along beautifully. Get these done in no time at all. That's what this is all about, isn't it? Just getting it tabletop ready. Alright, Normski, cheers mate for joining us. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to seeing you again. You take care too, man. Look after yourself. Still doing alright actually for viewers. Strangely enough, I mean it's quite late, but it's saying I've got 11 viewers still. It's madness. If you haven't already said hello in the chat, pop in and say hi. We don't bite unless you ask us to. Har 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 har. And tell us your story, though. What are you up to? What are you into? What are you working on at the moment? I'm just doing a butchering paint job on these ultramarines, but I'm getting them done quickly, and that's the main thing. I better add into the tags brush over. That's my new word now. Normski's such a babe. I'm gonna start hounding him soon to try and help me get Broken Toad to sponsor. Get some beautiful brushes, show them off. we go. That's another one done. Oof. Have a good night, mate. I'll see you on the other side, Riddits. You take care. Cheers again for tuning in. Don't get too Larry. Just finished turning a corner of a circle backpack into a prior armor version for my Black Shield Marauder. Interesting. Oh, you got to show us that now, haven't you? Can't just drop something like that on our laps with no more information or no visual referencing. So that was me saying, oh look, I've got really good viewership at the moment. Everyone's like, yeah, about that. Yeah, I've got to go to sleep now. That's fine, mate. The fact that you've come by and said hello, the fact that any one of you have come by and said hello means so much to me. It gives me a little boost, you know? Keeps me going. I don't feel like I'm doing this alone. We've got this. Yeah. The fish in the stairs and the fox in the freezer. Oh, jeez and bread. Oh, curse you, Spud, with your cheese and bread nonsense. Okay. And then just the backpack, the power pack, whatever you want to call it. Joosh, done. Number 4. Let's just give that a rinse every now and then. Leg ends. Yes, we're all leg ends. No feet, no toes, just a leg end. Cut above the ankle. Or as I like to say, a cut above the rest. Hey. Get out of here. Alright. Okay. What are we working on now? Yeah, let's get the rest of these chaps done. Yeah, we're making real good progress here. Got a nice little conveyor belt thing going on. Just getting this stuff done in good time. Boosh, 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 boosh. Smoking them fish. Ah, you just went out for a smoke. Naughty boy. Was it that stuff that can kill you, or the stuff that can kill you but make you a bit insane as well? Still being attacked by little moths. Little sods. Can't you see I'm bloody busy? Ain't got time for your shenanigans. Get the frack away. Ah, Philip, you're off. Hey man, it's been great seeing ya and chatting to ya. Don't be a stranger. I look forward to seeing you again. Cheerio for now and take care of yourself, mate. Fox snapping those foxes. Oh, I gotta start sitting up right. I did that. I did do it, didn't I? I'll do it again. Right. Done. I think my viewer ticker is broken. It's still saying 11 and 3 people have left. Let's have a look. Let's watch myself. Gotta watch my bad self. That is still saying 10 people are watching. You nutters. Oh, there's such a delay on that. Madness. Absolute madness. Alright, let's get rid of that. Right. Okay. Is this thickened out enough yet? Could be usable. Let's try it out. Yep, not enough. I don't know. Get some from the pot. Splodge it on the side. And then what I could do, I could just feed 1 dollop of that slightly wet stuff with it. Okay, how about now? Ah, perfect. Yeah. Beautiful. See? It's all going according to plan. This time next year, Rodney, we'll be millionaires. Yeah. So how's everyone in the chat right now? Let us know if you're still alive. I know you're just chilling out with your beers or your birds, or your snacks. Give us a little shout out. Or is there fish to be smoked and foxes to be frozen? Is that more pressing? I suppose if you're doing your hobbying at the moment, chatting would be the last thing that you'd be doing, wouldn't it? Oh no, it's a flawed system. Unless we zoomed. What if we did a live stream of Zoom? Of a Zoom call, then we could hobby and chat proper, and we don't have to type much. That'd be cool. Yeah. Just a side note on this technique as well, just remember you're not pressing too hard, you're just going lightly over everything. Because you don't want to obscure any of the details, you do want to keep away from those recesses. It does take a bit of practice to master. Once you get the knack for it, it's quite easy enough to do. Still finishing the bikes. Cool, man. You know, I haven't actually checked out the new Indomitus bike things. Ooh. Not the bikes, the new stuff that they're showing off at the moment. What's that? Meta predictions from Nose in Know. It's obviously going to be the play testers who've tailored the new rules to suit their needs, or they haven't tailored the rules, but they've seen what the rules are capable of, and they already built the new lists according to what's going on. What's the latest stuff? Launch party preview. Join the celebrations this Saturday at 1:45 PM. And letting people have time to collect the stuff. That's cool. Where's the new stuff? Yes. The little party hats. Okay, hang on. Just so you lot can see this. Spilling a barbecue chicken tortilla wrap everywhere. Ah! Have a look at this. What is that? What is that? What is that? That's ridiculous. Big Warhammer reveals. Is this the latest one? No, it's 23rd of May. Let's see. I mean, is there anything on here about the newer models? Oh, those white skulls look sexy. They really get these pictures down, don't they? Nah, can't find it. Never mind. Never mind. Who needs it anyway? Oh, I've left it too long and my tip dried out. Okay. Oh yeah. How long have I got left? Plus the 20 minutes. So about 50 minutes left to get all the blue done. That's going to be my challenge tonight. Get all the blue done and then I can block in the colours tomorrow. Starting with dreaded bolt gun metal. Or lead belcher, sorry. Not bolt gun metal. What is this, 1999? You maniac. This is the lieutenant as well. So it would normally be a model I spend more time on. If you actually hop over to my Instagram, I've got one I had painted up before. As my Umbral Templar scheme that I was trying out. Kind of similar to Black Templars, but they were like a really dark shade of grey, which actually just made a really good black with a cream and purple detailing. So, I mean, they just ended up looking like really good Black Templars in the end, but that wasn't the purpose. Oh, this is a proper chill song, isn't it? I gotta keep hydrated. I'm not cracking a beer tonight. Gotta make my beers last. That's kind of beer every night. I do all sorts of stuff to my guts. So yeah, once again, I appreciate everyone for you lads and ladettes who are still watching. Still chilling out with me. Getting some hobby done. Listening to some really like random but chill out tunes. And yeah, just having a good time. Don't always have to talk to have a good time. That's what the music's there for. But I do feel like if I don't speak now and then, maybe YouTube will think I'm not actually here. Right. Is that chat done? Yeah. Left it running while I did my chores in record time. Still got half a pint. Sticking it out to the bitter end now. Nice one. Appreciate it, man. Ride or die, yeah. Ride or die. Ah. Oh, this feels a bit more like regular rock. Can't have it on too loud though, otherwise the mic picks it up. Whee. I'm loving the effect I'm getting on this. I mean, I wish you could see properly. Maybe if I can. Is it that way? That'll get better, or is it the other way? Almost. Sorry, I have to manually twist the lens for it to focus. There we go. Right. Can you see that on the shoulder, on the pauldron? How nicely it comes out. Kind of looks like there's a bit of a blend going on there. Beautiful. That's what we're looking for right there. And before, this entire thing was just covered in non oil. Alright. That's what it's all about. Right, let's see if... Hey! First try. Awesome. Still here, mighty last. This, good for the old algaes. Apparently, I'm running videos of the smaller channels when my tablet's on charge at night. Ah, you little beautiful, beautiful dude that you are. To be honest, I sometimes do that. Like I tune in, and then I've got to just quickly dash off to do stuff, whatever. So I just leave it on. It means the average viewing time stays higher. and which is good. And it also means you know, to get a more accurate view count. If people keep popping in and out all the time, you think, oh right, yeah, I've got loads of people tuning in, and it could just be the same 6 people popping in and out for a couple of minutes, and then you'll get like really bad average view time, and you'll be like, ah, so people aren't really sticking around. Such a fickle thing, analytics, it really is. I can stay away from Ian. Still hear it, but a little baked now. Yes, there are people in the world waking up right now. Heck, there's probably people waking up over here right now because of kids or jobs or whatever, or because they got a noisy neighbour in the garden doing a live stream painting war dollies. Right, that's that bad boy done. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get all this done in time. As quick as it is, it still takes time to do. It's okay. We've still got time this week to get it done. That's another lieutenant. You can tell because he's got 2 guns. No sword though, which is a shame. It wouldn't be too hard to convert that pistol just by chopping it off and putting a sword there, power sword or some type. So you can have 2 with power swords. They are just waking up in Australia. Yeah, they're crazy down there. Hanging upside down like bats. Living with huntsman spiders. Who would live in a country with huntsman spiders? They're fucking huge. And I'll tell you what. Is it true that they caused the most vehicle accidents? It's huntsmen's falling out from the sun shields in cars. That's what my auntie told me, because I got some family living out there, and she said like they're the most harmless things ever. They're like massive softies, but because they're so big, if they just like drop in your lap, you panic. and you just swerve and crash. Because of that, it causes a lot of accidents. Because they like to hide in the car. Because in Australia, everyone leaves their windows open so the car doesn't get too hot. So they just crawl in to try and get some shade. And then just pop out while you're driving. That's probably one of the reasons why I haven't moved out there already. They are harmless. They'll kill you with kindness. It comes out for hugs. And then, you know, goes, I want a hug. And you go, ah! Crash. Oof. There's just something like ingrained in us to not like the way a spider moves, and I don't know if that's just enforced by movies, or if it's a real deep set survival fear that's just in us genetically. Like the fear of dark. It's just one of those things, right? You can get used to the way they move, and you can get comfortable with the idea of them, but I don't think anyone ever 100% gets over the nature of a spider. Hey, Pelok, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Good of you to join us. It ran down where the gear stick is, and she stuffed a cloth there. Continue driving. So, Pelok, we finished all the recess shading, but literally it was like just dunking everything with as much non-oil as possible, all the vehicles, everything, and now I'm doing a brush over, because I've told that it's not called a wet dry brush, it's called a brush over. So I'm doing a brush over of the McCrag blue, leaving all the recesses shaded, and it's nice because you get a slightly blended effect as well on those recesses, so it kind of looks more pro than it actually is, and really it's just a rush technique. Anyway, how you doing? What are you working on at the moment? Or are you just chilling? How's your day been? Let us know. Yes, very good. Eight-Legged Freaks was an epic modern spider B movie. Eight-Legged Freaks was so funny. Now, arachnophobia, that's what can cause nightmares. Oh, when you see the spider come out that old guy's mouth. Forget that. Are used to chase after spiders when I was little, saying hello spider. Now I just pick them up. I used to be able to pick them up and throw them out the window and stuff, but the thing is my hands are too big now. I can't close my hand around a spider without either crushing it or it escaping through my fingers. But where I can, I do try and throw spiders back outside, because I know they got their role, they got their place. They're keeping all the nasty creeping crawlies out the house, which is especially needed when I'm sitting out here painting with the door wide open. Or in the summertime, you know, you have all your windows wide open because we don't have AC over here. No blighty. Our houses are designed to keep the heat in. So yeah, all sorts of creepy crawlers. It's just mostly moths though. Fucking moths, and then maybe some little beetles that just happen to fly in. Little sods. Look good. Hand cutting rivets for the stomper. Jeez. That's an arduous task, isn't it? Hey Dan Higgins, how you doing? Good of you to join us. We're on the final leg of the show. Don't forget to throw a like down. That's an extra minute on the stream past midnight. And I'm beer free at the moment as well, so getting all kinds of ramblings today. You think it'd be like with the influence of beer I'd be rambling, but it's actually my sober mind that's more troubling, I think. Got a Dyson on the flies too. My sister jumped out of a slow moving carter for a spider. She was driving. We have a cup to catch them, and yeah, it's usually something nearby that you can scoop them up in, get a bit of paper. It's usually a bill letter. You just scoop it under, toss them out, job done. Bye bye spiders. Try not to lay eggs on the washing line again, because I'm getting sick of having to brush all those bloody webs off it before I can hang anything up. You bastard. Oh, which is the point? I've still got to bring the washing in. I'm going to have to shove it in the dryer. Because it would have got a little bit dewy from the cool air. Already smashed a like. Cheers, man. I was a passenger in a car once when a huge dog barked in the back. My buddy didn't have a dog. We both jumped out of the skin. Should have worn my jeans. I've got stuff crawling up my legs now. Hoping nothing bites me, because I'd hate to get more bites. I got my short shorts on, so I thought I'd air my legs out. So yeah, just in case you don't know already, I'll do something called a brush over, but I call it a wet dry brush. So, you know, you're using regular paint, you don't water it down, you just dab it, work off the worst of it on a palette, and then just go over without getting in the recesses, and that way all the recessing that I've done, oh sorry, not all the recessing, I didn't really recess the thing, I just covered the whole thing in non-oil. But the point is, I can go over it and the recesses will be untouched, and yeah, we also get a slightly blended effect on it, which is cool. So you just act like you are dry brushing, but it's just a little bit wetter, so you just go a bit lighter over the top. And that's my tissue. Got the Mortal Realms delivery today. Yeah! Assembled my Night Haunt HQ. Good on you, Matt. That's going to be my next delivery next month. So I'm a little bit behind everyone because of the mix-up from the start, even though I was ahead of the game. You know, I had it early with the people who signed up for the test run, and then they didn't change my sub into a premium, so I had to restart it. It sent me back a month. Boo, I know. And then I got set back by another 2 weeks because the direct debit deals didn't take for whatever reason. So boo, they didn't get the payment on time. Got delayed by 2 weeks. Boo. But I think it's caught up to a point where I'm only one delivery behind now, which is fine. I can live with that. Just means I'm not on the cutting edge of all the build and paint videos. I think Ministry of Warhammer is doing all that now, and he's getting them in pretty good time as well. Fluffy strokes. Yes. Soft fluffy strokes. Like that. And you know, this medium base brush is quite beat up already anyway. It has been for a while. I've had it for a few years. So it just works well with it. But yeah. If anyone knows any paintbrush companies who would like to sponsor me, that'd be great. I'd advertise that stuff all day long. All day, son. All day. I'd love to get some like really nice professional brushes. Try them out for a change. So I've only ever used the Citadel brushes, or maybe like some Poundland brushes, just for the less forgiving paint jobs. So many moths everywhere. Bugger off. Okay, that's that done. There we go. So yeah, this technique's sort of given it a really sort of dark, grimy look as well, which is great. I hope we get more realms. You should do. Next one is the 2-issue delivery. I know I just had that. My latest one is 18, I think. So the next one would be the 4 issues. So it'll be 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, Marcus Sound 2 THC and MOW for the win. Yeah, Mark's a good lad. And he's on it, man. He's on it. He's on a roll. I can't hate that because he's doing a good job. He's moved on to my territory basically. Yeah, he's on my turf now. He's doing a better job than me. Not liking it. If I ever see him, I'm gonna mafia kiss him. The swine. 22 minutes to go, eh? How many likes is that? Is that to say there are 22 minutes, or there's 22 minutes to go from now, which is 4 minutes past? Whoosh, whoosh. Gotta be careful with that. Expensive brushes can get ruined just as quickly as cheap ones. I only have 4 best brushes, cheapo synthetics, best value for money. Yeah, I mean it's all about how you look after them, brush soap and all that nonsense. Rinsing them regularly, not letting the paint get into the ferrule. Just generally looking after them. Have them drying upside down so the bristles are downwards as well. Yeah, I think that's a bit too far, to be honest. If you dry your brush well enough, you don't need to. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit crackered. And back is cracking like a pack of crackers. But man, it's worth it. It's worth it to get this done. It's worth it to have chill and chat with you chaps. And yeah, I'm loving it. Because I'm getting my little tutorials and tips done at the same time as getting all this done. Because you got to think, like, the way I used to do videos, I used to do the tutorial on how to paint one thing, or if there was a couple of variations within a unit, I'd go over the slight variations of those models just quickly, and I'd point to you where you need to get your colours and stuff. But then I'd have to paint everything to that same standard before I could finish the video, just so I could do the little picture at the end of all of them together. And so much time like that. What burned me out was doing the recess shading video. When it came to doing the recess shading for the Space Marines and the Death Guard, it took forever to do, and it burned me out. And then, like, for a couple of weeks I just couldn't pick up a brush to do anything. I just couldn't be arsed. I really pushed myself through that one. Now you're both mint. You've got the live stream down to a T as well as the breaking news vids. Cheers, man. Also, you got the battle reports, yeah, which take forever to bloody do. And like I said before, very little gain. I think a lot of people are interested in them, which is a shame, because I do the little playthrough first to show you what the rule is that we're learning in that issue and how to utilize it. and then I go into a full battle report, and it's got that cool little cinematic introduction as well, which takes ages to do, and barely anyone watches it, you know. I get it though, because battle reports aren't, unless you're like you doing like the latest biggest things, battle reports don't really do that well. It just is what it is. People would rather see big huge battles than anything else. Yeah, I mean, I once had a really nice set of brushes, like the you know, the detail, very small detail ones. And I used to they used to fishtail almost instantly. It was really crap. So yeah, I just learned how to paint with beat up brushes. Get a fairly decent standard with a beat up brush, and you can do anything, you know. Okay, fan braces. Mythos. Work needs to stop calling so I can focus on hobby corner quality content. Ah, you babe. That's alright, you can always watch it back later. Are you doing another live stream for Across the Pond sort of thing? Like you did with Big Mac Dan Skull? Who's your next guest? Are we giving it a rest this week? Ah, rivets. You babe. Quality. I just need to get my alerts sorted. I need to get that PayPal link sorted as well. I need to just get. I need time to do it, really. And then I'll be like streaming like a pro. Oh, Dan. Stop it. You're making me blush. Stop it, guys. Stop it. You're making me so shy. Do it again. No, don't. You're making me so shy. Oh, bugger off, moths. Moths everywhere. Just knocking out these scouts because it's a lot less panels and stuff to worry about. I think I have about half of this lot done tonight. I think just shading everything took quite a while. Tomorrow night we'll be finishing it off, and then it'll be blocking out the dreaded lead belcher areas. But we'll have a laugh while we're on power through it. And then if we get time after that, I'll block in the red and the black areas. Any white areas that need doing as well. And then we'll get the rest of the shading done. Hopefully we'll get the majority of it done by Friday. Gotta try and cut as many corners as I can, but still do it relevant to the magazine series, you know, because this is still kind of a tutorial. I'm just speeding the process up a bit. That's also another reason why I was doing these videos for Conquest and for Mortal Realms, because there was a serious lack of tutorial videos for, you know, introductory, from the introductory angle. You had all these people who were like, yeah, look, I got the latest issue and this is what it looks like when it's fully painted to a high standard. There was no, you know, if you this is how you paint it in this issue sort of thing. And I wanted to provide that just to clarify things, because there's most of the people getting the magazine will probably know what they're doing, or they'll be returning hobbyists, and but you still got a lot of new people getting into the hobby through that magazine. And I wanted to just show them how they can make the most of it using what's given to you, the instructions and the tools in each issue. And I think it's come across alright at varying degrees of success. Just turned midnight out. Don't try and cheat me out of extra 15 minutes, mate. Right. Let's get some busy, frantic rock going. That doesn't sound busy and frantic, does it? Sounds actually laid back. I've been lied to. Oh God. Sorry, lads and girls. I did select something just randomly, so it is kind of my fault, but it's kind of not. Your live streams make me hungry. I've not stopped munching on my third wrap. Could it just be something you're smoking or ingesting as well? How am I making you hungry though? Like, I'm not eating anything at this precise moment, but at the most I have like nibbles. So many little beetles and stuff everywhere. It's getting ridiculous now. I'm like a bloody beacon for the bugs to crawl over. I'm gonna have to let the spiders move in to deal with it all. Oh God, I started humming it already. Let's get that there. And there. And there. I think I've done alright for the time though. It's not easy painting this many stuff in such a short time. 3 hours is a long time actually, but you know what I mean, like in a week. Oh. Right, after this, all of the troops are done. Was that a beetle that just ran under your pallet? Yeah. Bloody everywhere. Beetles, moths, of all sizes and shapes. Likes going up. Was the same last night. I had 2 pot noodles and 10 slices of bread. Nice one, man. Were you making sandwiches with those? $25 likes. Oh, I've got an extra subscription as well. Nice. It didn't pop up on my notifications, so I'm guessing someone didn't want to be known. Good smoke. Love curry pot noodle, butties, noodles and bread. Yeah, spam him. Noodles and bread. He just won't get it, and I think that's the best bit about it. Yeah, look, see, look at that, man. We're so awesome. We got our own inside jokes already. Hey, besties. Just completely bamboozle him. Bread and noodles. Bread and noodles and an 1/8 of the good puff. Pew 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 pew. Go away, moth. Fuck off. Fuck offy. You bastard thing. Fucking things are landing on my hand and everything. Like, they don't even ask permission. It's just rude. Fucking Mother Nature. Right, I think the last thing I'll paint up is going to be these arms for the Landspeeder Typhoon. Minutes ticking away. Great stream, Kev. Take care, everyone. THC and THC, that's right, man. Oh, the Bombay bad boy. You know what? That's a little too much for me. It's like it's a real quick burn, but it's intense, you know. And it just feels more like torture. Trying to get through that pot noodle than anything else. I like a little bit of spice in my food, but I'm not gonna do it to the point where I can't, you know, taste the food. Alright lads, so that's all of the troops done, plus a set of arms and some of the sponsons. We still got the Typhoon, the bikes and the tank to do, but I think we've done pretty damn good. It's Aldi's version of sweet curry pot noodle. I go to this place called the Company Shop. If you haven't heard of it, you should Google it. See. I'll have a look. Hey Rich, you've just popped by to say goodbye then. I was just about to sign off. Oh, do you remember the old advert for like the supersized pot noodles? And I was like, oh, you ate all that to yourself? No, it wasn't me, it was Big Dave. And it was just this imaginary, like, 7 foot tall guy with an afro. Cheers, man. Well, you know, it's all you guys, you know. Like, without you guys, I wouldn't have a live stream. So, props goes to all of you, you know. It's been amazing. So yeah, look, we'll just have a quick look. See all these troops? All done. Like, I only had some of these shaded, right? So I think it was about half of the troops left to shade, which I did. Did the bikes, did the Landspeeder Typhoon, did the tank, and then I've got all of these wet dry brushed. I'm not going to say over brushing, I'm going to keep saying wet dry brushed. And they look brilliant, and yeah, I'll try and get some decent pictures if I get time. I probably won't, but yeah. Oh yeah, you did tell me you'd be back, and just like Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator, you were. Wasting away. I fill my fridge, freezer and cupboards for about £40 a week. Family of 4, and I'm a big hungry lad. Really? 40 quid? That's really cheap. Are you just living on noodles then? That's the only way I could think you're doing it. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm just gonna crack every bone in my back and shoulders. Oh yeah, that's good. Right, so yeah, once again, thank you so much for joining me. As I said, without you guys, this wouldn't be a stream. So I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you. Yeah, all have a good night, and we'll be back again tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. You know, so in the meantime, just chill out, have fun, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. $125 for a whole cooked chicken. What? What the cluck? Alright, peace y'all. Company Shop, I'm on it. Cheers man. Good night all.